Greetings YouTube, welcome to Zero AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Kogan and it's Midweek Duel time again. And a game that breaks several of the established Zero AD Newbie Rush rules here. It's a 1v1 that is pushing about an hour, I know that much. So I know the length of it, and not only that, I'm actually, I'll introduce the players to you and I'll explain the other rule that's been broken. Here we have 1v1. It is the Frontier map. It's quite a big Frontier map as well, which probably explains for the length of the game. I do not know the result of this as I'm speaking to you now. I am seeing it for the first time. In the north, in the blue, we have Wickham, rated 1475. Able watchers of the channel will know Wickham is none other than Tom of Tom Zero AD, the largest Zero AD YouTube channel on the planet, possibly with the exception of the official Zero AD YouTube channel, which doesn't broadcast all that often. But Tom, pretty much the most influential Zero AD YouTuber in existence at the moment. A good friend of the channel. We featured Tom previously in the battle of the Zero AD YouTubers, where he scored a best of what was it? It was a 3-match series that Tom won against Alistair Finlay, and that was pretty exciting. This, I am told, is a very exciting game as well. But this is Tom's playing as the Seleucid, so Archer Civ, and I believe he does like playing in the snowy environments. He certainly likes this map. I hate it, but it is quite dramatic to watch people play on it. I'm useless on Frontier. Let's have a look at the opponent, and the opponent will be quite familiar to you. This is UEFA. Now, the other rule that has been broken is I don't normally do the same player 2 weeks running in a midweek duel. UEFA featured in that very, very, very bizarre game last week where it was on the losing side, defeated by Warphase with some very unusual infantry tactics. That time, UEFA's game fell apart, and for a player with a rating in the 1400s, it was surprising to see how badly it fell apart. But this is UEFA. There is more to this as well. I'll explain after the match is finished, but on how I came by this game. But yeah, UEFA in the red, playing as the Spartans. The Spartans not considered to be quite as strong in Alpha 24 as they were in Alpha 23. I've not really studied them myself, so I can't speculate. But it will be interesting to see. Let's see how they're doing. At the moment, Wickham, Tom Zero AD, has moved into a small lead. It's just changed hands as we speak, but Wickham has got 6 units in production at the moment. I believe it's all female citizens too. So they're swapping and changing as we go. It's all square as far as infantry goes. However, UEFA has spammed out 4 cavalry, and it's going to be interesting. The cavalry are very good on these icy maps because there is a lot of hunt. There is the muskox that don't run away, but instead they are hunting the walrus, which you can actually make follow you right back to the base. They've got a long way to gather and harvest that walrus meat. So perhaps not using the terrain, the livestock and the cav units in the best, most efficient way. But Wickham is not really utilising. Oh, look at this. The muskox do run away in Alpha 24. That's a new one. They used to just stay there and wait to be killed. They now absolutely peg it from the looks of it. They still glide across the territory. This came up in the recent Tom Zero AD live stream, in that the muskox have no walk animation. I guess on the ice they're just exceptionally streamlined and they just skate everywhere. It's quite bizarre to see it, but there you go. So Tom has now actually got 5 cav out. So Wickham's produced 5 cav and is taking full advantage of the muskox. Let's have a look and see what UEFA's doing. UEFA's still going after walruses. Not sure. We'll have a look at the development. We know what they're doing. They've got now a bit of cavalry each, a bit of infantry each. It's still changing hands every time there is a load of production. It's dead even on 4 minutes. Coming up for 5 minutes. They're both on track for the magical 100 by 10 minutes. So good, solid performance by both. No confrontation yet. Has anybody done any serious scouting? Wickham is scouting at the moment, or is he chasing a muskox? He's looking for other... Yeah, he's hunting over here. So scouting via hunting. Elwifa has scouted the dome of territory around, but nobody has had a look at their opponent in any great detail. Wickham has progressed to farming. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4 farms going on there. And he has not taken the berry upgrade, but he has taken the first farming upgrades in progress now. He's also got the woodcutting upgrade and hasn't really branched out to other wood lines. He's got a good wood line here just on the edge of the border, wood line just beyond it, but yeah, difficult terrain on this ice. There is a ledge here, possibly good for putting towers up there. At the moment it's hunting and collecting wood as near as possible. More farmsteads, more fields going down rather. Weaver is doing pretty much the same thing, although we have a barracks. Moving on to the... I don't know if it's the optimum. Woodline's ignored the trees close to the base in favour of this woodline over here. There is a path through. Possibly this might be an area of confrontation, especially if there's hunting going on there at the moment. Elwifa seems to be hunting in really obscure areas of the map. In terms of development here, what's this being built? It's a farm only being built now. So moved to farming before he'd even built a farm. So interesting choice. And in terms of development, also got the wood upgrade and a single. He's pop capped. We've pop capped at 65. Any sign of a house being built? I think that's a house going up there. But idle troops over here. This was a feature. Oh no, they're not idle. They are farming. I do apologise. They have got their own field there. But yeah, idle troops and being pop capped was a bit of a feature of Elwifa's unfortunate defeat at the hands of Warphase in last week's game. Let's see if things change in this one. It is Elwifa who's got the slight advantage in terms of population now. 71 plays 67, but Wickham has been making infantry, so 17 of them plays 10. We look at the breakdown of their armies. Get this to work in the all. There we go. So it's 50 female citizens for Wickham plays 57, 17 infantry plays 12, and 5 cav plays 4. So interesting. And it's all range troops at the moment, pretty much universally. So let's see where we go. No deaths, killings of any sort thus far. Anybody getting close to phasing up? I suppose we're both on track. Weefa's still on track for the magical 100. Tom has dropped off the pace just a fraction, but he has got 12 in production now. And Tom has Wickham has actually started the town phase quite early. On population of 88, minutes 21. So is he looking for a lightning phase 2 and lots of upgrades? It's interesting. What's going to be the makeup of Wickham's army at the moment? It's his largest concentration here. The Arab Javelineers. I can't even pronounce those. Phalagites. They've got a big speary thing. I think they're pokey stabby people. And who are those? Those are spearmen as well. So it does look like, if we flick over, yeah, most of those are range. There's more melee troops coming now. A good balance, whereas it's all range troops pretty much for Elwifa. Let's have a look, see what Elwifa's creating. Are those skirmishers or slingers? Let's have a look. We'll try and find them all. Must be around somewhere. There they are. So those are skirmishers, and so are they. So skirmishers, the order of the day for Elwifa. Elwifa has housed themselves again population of 98, both in pretty much on the magical 100 now. It's 96 for Wickham, there's 98 for Alwefa. But Wickham has made it to phase 2. Are we going to start seeing phase 2 buildings very quickly? Another farm in there, and no additional farming upgrades being taken. We are seeing phase 2. Yeah, that's only the phase 1 woodcutting upgrades been taken by Wickham so far. Barracks over here, producing in parallel, producing in triplicate. He hasn't expanded his cav that much. They are hunting just over the way. There's a walrus over there, but they found muskox over here. Are we almost out of hunt on this map now? There's still pockets of muskox over here. This might be contested. There's loads of them there. So the right-hand side of the map, as we're looking at it, is Muskox City. Not very much over here. The odd walrus, the odd muskox dotted around. Is Alwefa close to phasing up? Hasn't got the wood at the moment for it. Must be soon. Unbelievably, Alwefa's pop capped themselves again. So this is again turning into a bit of a feature of Alwefa's play. So interesting. Huge food surplus for Alwefa there. They got extra farming upgrades. I think it's just all the hunting they're doing across. They must, yeah, they're not, I suppose that was from the moving up. They haven't noticed, have they? Are they not building a house? Now there's a house going up. That was a long time to be pop maxed, and it's given Wickham the advantage. The advantage is 14 at the moment, and it's just got slightly bigger. Wickham is producing quite mechanically up there. There's another 9 due out afterwards. He's got the advantage on infantry as well. 55 plays 40. Alwefa now on 11 minutes 35. The population of 116 starts the town phase. So Tom, I imagine, will be quite happy with how this is going thus far. He's been on good pace. I'm not seeing any phase 2 buildings yet, which is unusual. He hasn't made any. So I think just trying to get his population up to a level. See the additional storehouses built here as this wood line is being gradually reduced. Mining happening as well. It's stone mining. No sign of any mining. This was a feature in Alwefa's game last week as well. Very late on mining. Late on a lot of things, but seemingly quite quick at producing population when he isn't pop capped. So spreading through the middle of the map, the big wood line that's available here. Has anybody done any further scouting? Alwefa still hasn't really spread much beyond the boundaries in all directions here. He's got covered a wide arc, but the is that the cav in there not doing anything? Yeah, the cavalry are idle. There is still further hunt. You could almost bet, I would almost bet that Wickham is still hunting. Now, what's this? Interesting. Is this going to be an expansion? It is. It's a military colony going in here, close to this pocket of muskox. It's out of sight. Oh, and we have an incursion here. So the cav came down. That's 4 kills. That's pretty much all of Wickham's cav bar 1 slaughtered in that little attack. But it has taken Alwefa's attention away from here where a base is being built. That is interesting. What's Tom gonna do now? Yeah, Wisely's building towers here to protect this avenue into his territory. Might possibly want to put one here as well. Those are the 2 ways in on this flank. On the other side, there's gonna be a military colony here, so he's denying avenues for expansion. What is there on Alwefa's side of the map? He's got stone and metal here just beyond his territory limits. Got more metal here, but I'm very surprised if he actually manages to find that. Wickham has got stone and metal on the edges of his territory here, metal within it as well. What is it about this side? Is it just the food or the big wood line? I think possibly the wood line. There is metal here, a little bit of stone just out of reach. That base has gone up. Is Alwefa aware of it? So Alwefa will have seen the line. He's left his... oh, here we go. So Alwefa's committed his 4 cavalry on a raid. I think this is a bit forlorn. This is an ungarrisoned tower. Hasn't killed any of the horses yet. We have a mix of melee and ranged infantry here. So the horses getting slaughtered, they're going to have to beat a retreat surely. And this looks like... I thought he was going to push on then. That could have been quite interesting. But it's 177 now to Wickham plays 146. And if we look at who it looks like they're going to phase up pretty soon... Alwefa still needs 3 entities of build. He's got a market down here, so no blacksmith or anything like that. And Wickham has got... he needs another 1 class of town class building. What has he got? He's got the market there. Can't see a blacksmith. He built it over this side. That's a temple going up. There's obviously a tower that we know about. But what have we got? Temple tower. There must be a blacksmith in there somewhere. He is a fan of his blacksmiths. These are houses. What does a Seleucid blacksmith look like? Not sure. Alwefa's raiding the market. Wickham is strengthening his position here. That's a lot of infantry. He's also getting the expertise in war upgrade. So Tom is upgrading his troops. He's in a position to go to phase 3 right now. He's reached population of 200. 16 minutes 15. That is barreling along at some route. He's got the advantage in terms of infantry. He's got 135, plays 101, but can't see a blacksmith. So he hasn't like super upgraded his troops at this point. Lots of stall houses. Whose position do I fancy here? Very crowded base here for Alwefa. That can work for you or against you depending on what's attacking you. But slightly open route through into the other reaches of his base. Will Wickham exploit this? Will this be where an attack occurs? What have we got over here?
Yes,
Is hunting still, or are they stuck in the scenery? I'm not sure what's going on there. They appear to be stuck in the scenery. Have they just killed? I don't know what they're doing. They look a bit lost. This is an expansion going on over here. I'm not sure what this is to achieve here. Is this just to take up a lot of territory? Good wood line, good stone and metal over here, and metal over there. These horses look well and truly jammed in the territory. Interesting. Never mind. Let's see how close Tom is to phasing up. He is incredibly close. I don't think we got a notification that he'd started phasing up, either that or I missed it. But Wickham phases up on 17 minutes and 33 seconds. We're bartering like crazy over here. A bit of a wood shortage. Possibly that is what has driven that expansion. He's exhausted his entire wood lines here. Not utilised this one. Not utilised this here. I guess maybe he thinks it's too close to the front line. Interesting. And another feature from Alwefa's previous game is a lack of towers. No towers reinforcing this position at all. So infantry will be able to come in here without being picked off by towers. Wickham, on the other hand, has tower here. He's got the military colony here, which if you garrison troops in, he has already got 5 troops in there. Mercenaries as well. He's got 4 troops garrisoned in that tower and is still producing. Look at this, Wickham's actually managed to pop cap themselves. I can't think, I'm assuming it's a 300 pot max game. We'll see, it's another military colony going up here. Is Alwefa aware of this? Weaver is completely unawares of this, so not expanding. The base has gone down, so that's given him all of this flank. He's still got 2 horses stuck in the scenery here. They're not really achieving much. And this looks like this could be a front line. What's this here? This is a barracks being built here. Weaver might be aware of it now, possibly. Has he just seen the edge of this base? No, still completely unawares of what's going on there. Weaver's phased up on 18 minutes and 42, so both at phase 3. And now this is interesting. It's a siege workshop going down right next to this. I think if he just garrisons this, they could shoot arrows at this and deny it. Tom is aware of it. It is not really slowing down the progress. There's nothing garrisoned in a minute. He could actually lose this if he doesn't. Interesting. Will there be a counter happening on the other side from Wickham? Let's see. What have we got down here? We got priests. Is that the blacksmith? That is the blacksmith. We're seeing the wooden shield upgrade and the first melee upgrade being taken. Has Weaver got a blacksmith? So they've.
Yes, see?
It's still 4 kills, plays 2 for Weaver, but now it looks like Wickham's getting serious. He's garrisoning this area, and he's getting cheap kills by Weaver's troops getting distracted over here. And is this a storehouse? Storehouse going up there, running out of wood lines on that side. Still a good wood line there. And what's this? This is a fortress, and this is another tower. And lots of idols there. Could be building here. Some of them, at least. The women could, and the regular infantry could. So, but I suppose slightly distracted by this situation in the middle. It looks like Weaver doesn't want this to be here. I can hear siege engines. Wickham has spammed out some siege engines, and they are going in on this siege workshop. They may destroy this before these 3 rams actually get out. It's not going to happen. They've been taken care of, so there is melee infantry in there. Yeah, there's hoplites and some nasty looking hoplites. There's Security Commandos, obviously. It's the Spartans. They're not going to capture that. Fortress being built just behind, and a siege tower. It can't go across the water, can it? Surely not. He'll have to come round. I don't know whether he's trapped himself in there with it. It's interesting. There's nothing in it, so it will shoot arrows if you put in it, but I don't think it can get to the business end. This is an enormous force that's been committed by Weaver here, so this is all infantry, but they're charging a garrison tower, a fully garrisoned tower. They're not going to get much change there. So I'm not sure what Weaver was hoping to achieve there. He's building another barracks there. This tower, I think if he puts troops in it, it will fire a lot of arrows. This will be a big concentration. And Wickham is attempting... I don't know if these guys just got carried away, or are these... intending. These are hunting, are they? Yeah, they're accidentally hunting a muskox. Interesting. 3 rams come out, and this is interesting. Can the infantry stop them? There is a lot of melee infantry there, so they should do. And a huge dust up happening over here as well. So we have 2 battles to look at. We can see them both at once on screen. There goes Wickham's military colony. But it's for the loss of 2 siege engines. There's only 1 left. Is it going to press ahead and try and clear out the fortress? No, there are 3 siege engines coming the other way. In terms of kills, Weaver's still the more deadly, but a slight population and infantry deficit. But there's not much in it. This is a big ass battle going on over here. Weaver's slightly getting the better of it. Wickham's rams and siege tower have gone through. There's nothing in the siege tower. Could really do with garrisoning that to shoot more arrows. But the rams are coming through. I think they're going to take out the siege workshop, possibly. Has he got another one? I think Weaver might have left himself a bit short in terms of siege there. But interestingly, the battle itself, the infantry battle, seems to be going Weaver's way. I think this could be the ferocity of the security here. There are still 31 of them left. Has Wickham upgraded his troops? He's got all of the he's got all of the melee fighting upgrades. The Rams are coming in. They seem to be ignoring. They've definitely had a go at the siege workshop, but they've captured it. In fact, Wickham has captured Alwefa siege workshop, so that's not very good at all. So Alwefa, despite coming off far the better, he's killed he's got a kill death ratio of 2.6, but is losing ground a bit. The Rams are going through. I don't know where they're going to go next. They're going to try and take out some of these barracks. Alwefa's infantry have been solid, and Wickham in a little bit of trouble. He's got his population back up to 187, but somewhat in deficit, and quite seriously in deficit in terms of infantry. So Alwefa planning a big push. He's really got to address the situation here with the Rams going through his base. He's got to stop this, because that will destroy his ability to make more troops. He's got quite a few barracks there. He's retreating now. Wickham has got a ram stashed here, but this is ripe for the capture. I think he should probably... He's not tried to reinforce it. If he'd put towers around it, that would have been quite cool. But yeah, the ram is out, but this is going to change hands again. It's gone back to Alwefa, and now Wickham's ram started attacking it. It's very close to being destroyed, but nothing else coming out of it at the moment. We're getting a kind of guerrilla tactics now, so it's on the right hand side. Small amount of melee infantry coming in. There's 5 women in there as well. I don't know if Wickham meant to deploy those. Maybe they're going to try chatting up and distracting these Security commanders. I'm not sure. But they're going for captures. They've got a barracks, so yeah, they're going to destroy that. They are. So much. This is quite. Yeah, it's like history is repeating itself. Alwefa was being pulled from pillar to post by all the various factions of Warphase last time. He's built a siege workshop over here. It's a long way to send siege weapons. He's still got this one, which he hasn't bothered repairing. There are rams coming out, and small incursions going on. I think this is going to be one of those attritional battles. In terms of kills, clearly Alwefa is ahead, 224 killed versus 97 and rising. But a population deficit of 235 plays 169. You would have to say, certainly numbers-wise, Wickham looks in a bit of bother, but territory, I much more fancy the flanks that Wickham has got here. He can attack from one side and then the other. Will that wear him down? Wickham has not noticed there is a lone ram trying to take down his fortress, so that wouldn't be a tactical. That would be a bit of a tactical coup for Alwefa, who is pretty much committed to these large cav infantry battles. That's going down, isn't it? There's another ram coming in. They're getting each other's way. There's more rams coming up from below, and yeah, interestingly, Wickham is not making siege. Down to a population of 135. He is getting slightly more success, but it's still almost a 2-to-1 kill-death ratio for Alwefa. The fortress has gone. Now he's killing these not so useful buildings. What has he got there? There are javelineers there. They seem to be ignoring this. He's about to lose his siege workshop on this side. I am guessing that Wickham must have made another one somewhere, surely. No, he hasn't. So Wickham is currently without siege capabilities. If that goes, they've noticed now it's going down. So lost his siege workshop. So things not looking good for Wickham at this point. Down to a population of 120. So 120 plays 178, and nearly half, just over half the infantry that Alwefa has got. Alwifa seems to be quite good fighting defensively here. Not necessarily tactically brilliant when it comes to expanding and killing the opponent. There's zero expansion here. This front line has not moved. Have the rams been dispatched? So there's still one sat there. There's another one coming in here. We've got women trying to kill the rams now. He is looking to take down some barracks back there. There's another one sitting in reserve. It's a small army here just mining, to keeping things ticking over. There's metal there. A little bit of stone there, is it? Yeah. So he's ignored this here, which is right next to his base. He could reinforce with those troops if he needed them. More rams going in. So Alwifa is piling on the pain a bit, it has to be said. And that's another fortress going up there. What is Wickham's master plan for this then? Has he got will to fight? He hasn't yet. And they're still trying to stop these ramps. Another barracks going down. Wickham is still producing though. He's still got 10 units queued up. How many barracks has he got? He's got loads. He's got a few. That's another fortress going up for Wickham there. And we get a few troops doing a bit of a suicide march. They're going to get killed. So they're getting carried away and heading up the border there. You don't want to be doing that. So what's going to break the deadlock? We are 28 minutes and 47 seconds in, just gone. Alwifa raiding the market again. Population of 201 plays 158. And we have another press here from Wickham, as we've got pressing coming in this side.
Yeah, see?
So they're having to come back this way. It's back and forth, isn't it? Nobody doing any crazy flanking manoeuvres, although a lot of Alwifa's territory sweeping through here. Is Wickham going to try anything on the flanks? So flanking manoeuvre, they're getting people into the temples there. Don't want him coming round here and capturing buildings on the extremities. There are 2 towers, neither garrisoned, unusually for Wickham there. He's not utilised his towers there. More barracks being rebuilt, but I don't see a siege workshop or anything that looks like it's going to be another bloodthirsty infantry match, as more rams piling out here for Alwifa. And they're going straight in to try and take this down before it's even built. Tom is trying to rebuild this siege workshop, but I think it's going to get flattened before it's even built. So 3 rams closing in on it, and a huge formation army here, and still 25 security in there, but mostly it's the 54 skirmishers that are doing quite a lot of damage. And there goes another attempt at building a siege workshop. And they keep running up this hill into the range of this fully garrisoned tower. These have now been fully garrisoned, so this is a kill point.
Yeah, see?
Anything going in here is in a bit of danger. He's running out of resources. Everybody's kind of a bit low on metal. Stone seems to be plentiful. Alwifa could do with wood gathering. He's been making siege. Still got an active wood line down here, so there is a wood supply, but yeah, I do wonder whether he's overdoing this. This particular, yeah, I'm pretty sure this siege workshop is going to get built, and these will get stopped before they get anywhere near.
Yeah,
We've got some heavy swordsmen going in on them, but they are still getting in close. How's the rest of this looking? There's piles of bodies here. They're still trying to run the gauntlet. You can see the arrows in the that's the number of arrows being fired by all the buildings here. There is people garrisoned inside the CC. They've captured a storehouse, so there was a small success at least. It's drawing fire at the moment, but fully garrisoned tower, and nobody in the fortress allowing it to fire arrows, but more troops going into this going into this military colony here. Alwefa just seems to be happy to float from one side to the other. And this is rams from Wickham coming in now, or a ram. But there is also a bit of an expansion going on the side here. So this is the flank that's got no protection. So another military colony going up here. Alwefa won't be aware of this. And small, it's all women over here. So if Alwefa did discover it, there could be a slaughter. But another military colony here, that will give Wickham good control of the map. And these guys are idle. They've run out of metal there. I don't understand. There are, there were plans to build a storehouse here and get stone. Alwefa's out of stone. This really needs to happen. These guys should be going over there. They're on their way. Now, will this leave this wide open? Those two horses are still stuck in the scenery. Interesting. Will this be a sneaky expansion around here? Was more rams coming out? These are rams of Alwefa. What happened to Tom's ram? Tom's ram came in here. And a huge pitch battle being fought now. And it looks like we got a flanking maneuver coming. The rams on this side, so its flanking moves aplenty. We got rams of Alwefa coming on the left and on the right. I don't think these are going to make an indentation. I think they're going to get destroyed. Might have been a bit of a shock. The one ram of Wickham is going in on this, the military mess hall. That, I think, is going to get destroyed unless they all focus on the ram. But we are seeing buildings being taken down over here. So they didn't get it. They've destroyed the ram. The rams on this side, I think Wickham is started to get the drop on Alwefa now. Still at a deficit in terms of population. 197 plays 140. And they're chasing after the rams. They're going after that siege workshop. There is a ram inside. And this is another siege workshop going up. This one, the more rams in progress. That one's been seen off. This one's come out. What are they building there? It's an elephant house. We're going to see elephants. So about time too. Alwefa's infantry just seem to be content to run from one side to the other. They get suckered into these towers, so they're being shot up all the time. Even while they're building this, they're being murdered here, so this isn't good. Nothing firing back. No tower has been put up here. That would stop a lot of the incursions by Wickham's infantry. Let's have a look over this side. It looks like this was purely a wood gathering exercise. There is a ram still trying to go in there. I think it's going to destroy the elephant house. I'm surprised by that. The guys that stood next to it, they don't appear to have noticed. Are they distracted by this conflict in the middle? I think that's poor show. They really shouldn't have let that happen. But they're now hastily trying to destroy that. But there will be more rams on the way. I'm certain there's 2 in production there. None there. But again, Alwefa's let his infantry run into the kill zone here. Wickham has got a ram waiting in reserve. Hasn't utilised this open space here that nobody has touched. This has been perfectly safe. I know it is a torturous route to get siege engines and elephants and the such like through. But there's been 0 fighting here. It's all been here. But this seems to be where everybody is intent on building stuff. Interesting. Another ram comes out, another 2. So they must be aware of them this time. They surely they must know they're there. Is he going to make a break for the CC, or is he taking down barracks again? Wickham has dispatched a ram of his own to try and get one of them. And it gets a few glancing blows on them. It's arrows that are hitting them, not anything serious. Yeah, I think it's a sneaky play for the CC, and at the same time, there are a few incursions here. It's in the kill zone yet again. They have destroyed the first round. The second one, I think, is going to meet a similar fate. All the women come out as well. They don't mess with the Seleucid women, but the ram of Wickham has been destroyed, but I think the women are going to finish off this ram very slowly. Might lose a barracks. No, they've stopped it and they're all back to work. But another 2 rams going through the middle now. Is he trying to take down the towers? So it's all ranged infantry here. Nothing that could stop these towers. They're both going in on these towers. I think Wickham will probably put more up in the midst of it. Elephant house going down over here. That's a good ploy. Because that means elephants could come in on the fortress and make the opening there. The tower is gone. So this is less of a kill zone. There's still this one. This one is a problem. The ram can't get through. There's too many infantry in the way. It's still a population deficit to El Wefa, but Wickham is clawing his way back into it. This is interesting. We're not seeing any sneaky tactics over here. This has purely been economic. It's here and I think over here where we'll see some interesting outcomes. No sign of any elephants coming out of that flank. And what will El Wefa do next? He is still making siege engines. It could do with repairing this siege workshop. It's on its last legs. It's changed hands a couple of times and been battered to hell. Oh, looks like those horses got free. So they will now be aware of what's going on. Is this a scouting expedition? They're going to get hacked to pieces before they get anywhere. They're engaging. I can't believe that. It was... it was the ones that were stuck in that alcove. Looks like El Wefa finally remembered he had them and sent them on a scouting mission. What this does mean is that El Wefa will be now aware of this development, which he wasn't before. An incursion by Wickham through the middle here, and rams come out the other way. So they hastily retreat. They're going to try and take out that other tower. How long till we see some elephants? Still no sign of any elephants in production. And no siege coming the other way. And this one's got through. So is that one going to make a play for the CC? It might try and take down this barracks. Might get there. Interesting. Is this a sign that Wickham's going to try and go round the long way? I don't see the point of this. I don't see the point of this siege workshop being where it was. Very interesting decision to put it down there. So we have two rams going in. He's going to lose these, but he may take down this barracks. Yeah, there goes the barracks. Where are they going to go? One of them's been destroyed, the other's been destroyed, so that did not really make too much difference. Weefa's infantry are still plaguing away here. Tom's got that tower back up, and nobody's made a go at this one. It's 220 plays 190, and in terms of kills, we are 40 minutes in. It's been a bloodbath. It's been cancelling each other out. Still no secret weapon here. A lot of armies in reserve here. Maybe Wickham is waiting for things to swing his way on this flank. Not sure. It's still all women over there, so no sign of an expansion or a sneak attack from this side. All the fighting in the middle. Weefa keeps committing troops to this area, trying to get rams in to take down the towers, but there's no way through. It's a good strategic choke point that Wickham has created there. And it's costed Weefa, but all the same, the advantage doesn't seem to be swinging back in Wickham's favour. I guess it's going to be who loses patience or runs out of resources first. That said, yeah, there is not a lot of metal or stone left there. There isn't any, there's no market runs being taken advantage of here. Is there any unutilized, yeah, there's unutilized metal in El Weefa's territory there. Wickham has got metal and stone in reserve there should he need it. So if it comes down to production, you'd have to say probably Wickham's in the slightly better position. As another ram comes in, it's gone almost unnoticed. That tower has gone down. Is he going to attack this barracks? He is making a play for the CC. And the women come out to block it. The other tower's gone. This is no longer a kill zone. So has El Weefa got the numbers here? He doesn't really have the numbers to hand to fully utilise this and start capturing. Is he going to destroy rather than capture? I would have thought capturing barracks would be quite a good ploy. The ram has been destroyed. It got a few hits on the CC, so we're just getting closer. Are we going to see elephants? We've not seen anything from Wickham as far as elephants goes. Now we see 4 of them. Look at that. How good a bit of commentary timing was that? 4 elephants out of nowhere. Weefa won't be ready for this. And currently his population is at the lowest it's been for a while. And he's being outproduced by Wickham. He's only got 9 units in the pipeline, whereas Wickham's got 24. This potentially will put Wickham ahead in terms of population. There is still over 100 in the kill-death ratio, but elephants could be a bit of a game changer. That fortress is almost gone. I think it's going. I think it's going to go. They're throwing everything at the elephants, but it has gone for the loss of no elephants at this point. They've barely touched them. So these are strong elephants, it has to be said. And now Wickham comes around with a flanking manoeuvre over here. He runs into small amounts of infantry. They retreat hastily. The elephants have pulled back a little. Reinforcing here. We're not seeing rams anymore from Weefa. He's still got a slight pop, but it's just changed hands. It's now swung back in the favour of Wickham. 42 minutes, where the vast majority of the game, Weefa's been ahead. Is that the significant turning of things? And Weefa's got infantry here that are idle. He's not exploiting the resources anymore. They're just stood there. What happens next? Let's have a look at the main portion of the battle. Wickham trying to capture, got halfway to capturing this siege workshop. I think he's going to get slaughtered before the capture goes through, but he's got armies in reserve. We've again sending troops off this flank, but they're going to run straight into another kill zone over here. The 3 elephants that are surviving are safely being healed up inside the elephant house. Elephants did indeed prove significant, and it's still a population advantage for Wickham just at the moment. He's starting to go down now. I think they could be even Stevens. Yeah, 181 each on 43 minutes. It's been an epic to and fro battle. Will the elephants come out again? What could they hurt from there? Where can they make a play for? They could sneak out round here and maybe go straight in on the CC. I think that would be a massive breaker of spirit for Weefa. He must be getting fatigued from all this. He's been fighting solidly. The Rams out again. It's wave of Rams for Weefa. They're going to go for the tower. They're trying to deny this temple, but they're taking hits all the time that they're there. And Weefa's got back ahead again, a population of 195, and again he's going for the CC, I think. Not able to support his Rams. If he put some infantry in them and then let the infantry out to kill the women, he could probably get a clear shot on the CC. I think they're trying to support it now. Both towers gone, but surely the elephants will come back out and counter now. No sign just yet. That would be an amazing sucker punch if he could. Weefa's utilising a wood line down here. He's struggling for wood supplies. Weefa's captured a barracks there. This does not look good. If he takes it down, there's a clear gap all the way through to the CC. He's garrisoning it, so he's happy to leave troops in there, get a foothold in the base, and is now retreating. I'm surprised by that. I'd have thought he would have pushed all the way in. Yeah, I can't help thinking that if Weefa had garrisoned troops, stashed them inside these rams, sent them through, at one point the only thing that stopped them was women, and this seems to be happening here again. Is anything going to stop Wickham losing that CC? I don't know. Big infantry push on this side. Where are the elephants? The elephants are out somewhere on the field. There they are. They've gone for it. They are making their push. They've taken down a market. Weefa had been busy bartering. Is that his only market? That could be a disaster. left himself with one market. Somebody who's been relying so heavily on the market to resupply. His one market is gone. Those elephants are... I don't think they're going to take down the CC. They're on it. This could be tight. There is a fight happening up here, an attack on the CC. Wickham's CC has fallen anyway, so it could be one CC each going down. I don't think they're going to get it. El Weafer has taken down the enemy CC, saved his own. And you would have to say, again, it looks bad for Wickham. Population of 130, 127 and falling. His women are being slaughtered. There are 2 rams taking his base apart. 46 minutes. What on earth can Wickham do about this? He's got an isolated base over here and no resources to gather. You'd have to say... possibly there is a little bit of, I don't want to say it's naivety on defences. It's not as if he didn't know what El Weafer was going to do. He had one tactic. El Weafer probably could have done this sooner if he'd have loaded up these rams with troops. The one time he got supporting troops in there, they took down the CC. CC's going back up. Wickham is very good at rebuilding. This barracks is being filled up with troops. A few of Wickham's troops, they're trying to support it. You would have to say Wickham's in huge trouble at this point, surely. Almost half the population. Can he turn this around? I'm not sure, and that's quite a lot of infantry of El Weafer there. He hasn't gone for captures. This is wide open. He hasn't got the rams in to try and take down the fortress. The fortress has not got anybody garrisoned in it right now. And Wickham is trying to produce troops as well. Bit of a stalemate here. 15 troops coming out for Wickham. Any more elephants in the offing? No. Any more rams being made? There's only one siege workshop there and the other there. No extra rams being made there, but a situation where there are a handful of troops inside that. We've got military economy back up, farming's back on. And Wickham hastily trying to rebuild his population. He's doing so quite well. If El Weafer loses from this position, he'll kick himself because he definitely had the advantage there. Market's gone back up. It's in a slightly better position. But lots of idle troops. They're not pushing for anything. Wickham raiding the market. More rams from El Weafer. No elephants yet. And El Weafer suicide charging this tower. Not good. I think they're struggling for wood there. They utilised all their wood lines. There's still a big wood line here that could be utilised. Don't know why they're gathering wood here. They've got lots of idle troops here. Still a few security left. Rams are out again. They're going to try and take out that elephant house this time. We'll take out the tower this side. If Wickham rebuilds the towers here, then El Weafer will be back to square one. El Weafer now raiding that market again. It's thirsty work this. I'll have a quick drink while they're still fighting. Look at that food supply for El Weafer, 18,500 and still increasing. Shocking. Plenty to barter with, I guess. More rams coming out and another military mess hall going up. Wickham has closed that population gap again. In fact, he's only 2 shy of having the same amount of infantry. That is remarkable. Weaver's just not been able to carve out a long-standing advantage. It's got 2 rams now, but there were infantry waiting in the wings to try and take care of them, and they're not going to be not to be messed with. They're heavy swordsmen going in there. They're going to make light work of the ram, and Weaver pulls this one back, but I think he hasn't pulled it back enough. Support this side. Another ram coming over here. Well, those appear to be going underwater. They've run straight into infantry on this side. I think Wickham is starting to read this attack strategy now. He seems to have infantry waiting. Weaver commits the rams. They get bashed up, and then the infantry just arrive too late. That has been the pattern. They're falling back now, trying to build another fortress. They're gonna. Yeah, Alwifa's committed to this. I think. Oh no, he's pulling back again. Decided not to send them in. Oops, let go of the mouse there. There we go. So what's Alwifa going to do? There's no point sending these in over here. He knows there's strong infantry over here. You're not going to catch him unaware. Is he trying to take down that tower? He's trying to take down the elephant house. Wickham's not utilising the elephant house at the moment. Out come the infantry again. I think they might have the beating of this. They might be able to. This might be coming down. They seem to be unable to manoeuvre themselves to deny this fortress going up. Fortresses have proven to be quite difficult. The fortresses that Wickham have got have stood firm, and they've been pelting from distance. That fortress has gone up, so Wickham has 3 fortresses. The Rams are just there. Got them almost there. He's going to lose a barracks if he stays there. There's not much to stop them. There's a few pikemen there. What's happening this side? Are we going to see more elephants? Yeah, the elephant's coming out again. And sneaky raid here. He's going to lose a barracks. At least one. If he goes down and captures a market, that would be amazing. There's a ram coming out, but I don't think Alwifa's aware of the trouble that's going on here. Was this a lure? Was this just to lure the rams and the infantry away? A dangerous tactic. There goes the first barracks. I still don't know which way this is going to go. We're on 51 minutes. They've fought themselves to a bloody stalemate. We're seeing elephants now. The last time their elephants were unleashed, they made quite a mess of Alwifa's base, but at the same time, it was while Alwifa was having the most success. Again, Alwifa's got a ram as far as this CC over here. The other one's been destroyed. He is supporting it. He might be able to stop them. Is this another CC coming down? We'll have a look, see how the elephant's going. The elephant's got almost unchecked. They've captured that barracks. Are they going to destroy it or take it down? Do something with it, Wickham. Come on. The elephant's going in. I think he's going to lose another market. Or is he weaving his way all the way down to the CC? He's going straight for the CC. Alwifa hastily calls troops back. And the ram's been destroyed. They're all piling into the CC. They're not going to get a capture. They may get quite a few victims. It's, again, Wickham has turned it around. He's now in the lead again. Population of 147. They're about to be level again. How's that elephant got on? It's dead, is it? I think so. No, it's still loose. There's another one there marauding. No more on the way. They've captured a storehouse, but that's just returned. They've now captured the market. They need to destroy that promptly to capitalise on the fact that they don't have it anymore. There it goes. So fighting just on the edge of Alwifa's base. Alwifa now trying to clear a clear path through here. If there's more rams on the way, which I'm sure there must be, that could be the end of the CC there if he gets a clean run like that. They're going for a capture. They're trying to capture. I think this is a death sentence. There's not enough of them there, surely. They're not getting close to capturing this CC. This looks desperate, and surely Alwifa's just going to murder all these. There is another elephant coming down, and rams going out, so I don't really know what Wickham was trying to do there. He was never going to capture that CC. So now causing trouble on this side. We've got a ram having to go the long way round. Where's it going? Is it going to take out the elephant house? It's being chased by infantry. So this ram isn't going to get far. There is another elephant coming out. Previous one got that far. Alwifa retreats. He's still got women inside the CC. It's not like he needs food at this point. He's got over 22,000 food in reserve. Wickham, on the other hand, somewhat short of food. So, yeah. You would still have to say, with the numbers and everything, you'd have to fancy Alwifa's population. An elephant comes out, it's going to make light work of this ram. That was good timing. He pulls out. It's not going to give up on them. They kill rams in seconds. So it will get a few hits in on the elephant house, but barely makes a dent. Any more elephants on the way? No more on the way, but there is, yeah, that one's headed straight back in. That's the safety measure. Well, it's been back and forth. For the majority of this game, though, Alwefa has had the population advantage. Wickham absolutely almost entirely out of metal, so he's running out of the necessary. He's got a metal mine on the go here. What has Alwefa got? He's got nothing, has he? They've almost stripped it there. Wickham has got a stone mine on the go over here as well. Alwefa has a small deposit of stone there and another one there. And one quite healthy metal mine. Did he have a healthy metal mine over here? He has, but nobody utilising it. It's half finished, to be honest.
Yes.
Wickham guarding this supply here, so he's trying to win it by controlling the resource. But he is desperately low on food. He's having to use all the food that he's got to produce more troops. He is producing, and there's not much in it. He's got more infantry. So one of these attacks is going to prove decisive sooner or later. There are more rams queued up, not enough resources. One of those, what's that being built? That's another market. Why does he keep building the market in the front line? Get your farmers to build everything you need back here. Nothing's coming there. I don't understand why he keeps building the market in the worst possible area, using the troops that he could really be using to either gather, well, yeah, he needs wood. He could be gathering wood there. That's a fairly safe area. There was no need for that market to be there and be built by them. So, yeah, not the most efficient use of troops, whereas Wickham looks pretty efficient over this side. He's built his market in the safest area. His CC, can't guarantee that won't get taken down again. The fortress has stayed up. There's a temple in front of it. This flank is still a little bit open, and this has proved problematic for Wickham with rams coming through here. Surprised he didn't reinforce it with a couple of extra houses just to, or build a small palisade wall or something just to slow down anything coming through there. They're still utilising stone, so Wickham's got the drop on all the resources. But it's Alwefa who's producing en masse. Looks like it's more infantry coming out. What's that? Another siege workshop. So he likes having two siege workshops. Nothing coming out of them. I don't think he's got the necessary resources to build much there. Any more elephants? Just the one elephant there? Something is going to have to divide the two. Tom is building a fence. 57 minutes in, they've decided perhaps to stop things coming through here, we ought to build a fence. Better late than never, I guess. Yeah, we've had infantry, elephants, rams, security commandos, all manner coming through here. But what's going to stop them? It's the magical wooden fence. There's an irony to that. Alwefa has now produced, he's got ahead again in terms of numbers. 172 plays 146. 82 infantry plays 81, so nothing in the infantry stakes. And look at the difference in kills. He's killed 811 of Wickham's troops to just under 600 that Wickham has killed. But if you were to say, is Alwefa winning this game? I don't think he is. I think he's still got the same territory he had on 20 minutes or so. He's made a few excursions. He's caused some damage, but he's still been in this kind of pincer-like grip. And I think Wickham has got all of the resources. In the attritional nature of this game, I think Wickham will be able to outproduce him. We have a big push here. We have a bolt shooter is out. 2 rams going in on the elephant house. That one elephant will come out, certainly get rid of one. They could do with targeting the elephant to stop it. They have not been successful. Not been successful on that. The ram is still there though. The elephant is... Where is the elephant? The elephant's back out again. He's going to get both rams. Yeah. That was good micro from Wickham. The bolt shooter's firing. And these guys just stood there now. He needs more rams. There's another one on the way. And another one over there. We got more elephants coming. No, there's still one in there. So Wickham's hanging on. He seems to be able to repel him. Look at the amount of arrows here. Look at this. That is the covering fire that Wickham is producing. This bolt shooter's getting shot at by the tower, by the base. The elephant's still on there. On his tail, there's another ram. How are they? As soon as the elephant comes out to attack it, they've got to target it. Everything here has got to target the elephant when it comes out. There it is. Nope. It's going to lose another ram. He tries to move it out of the way and is dead. They kill the elephant now. The elephant's back in. The elephant is on low health though, so he's not going to get many more shots like that unless he produces another elephant. And the elephant's health... Oh, is the elephant back out? The elephant house is going down. The elephant's back out.
Yeah, see?
They're shooting the elephant house though, so they've made it in full glare of the tower. Are they going to try and take that down? There's another ram. Wickham's in trouble here, I think. But the populations are still close. But every bit of ground that he's having to fight for every centimetre of ground in this. And Wickham has still got a stone and metal mine there available if he's able to reinforce this area. He's got all of the resources, and the populations are nearly level. What's this? Another ram comes around this side. That's going to go straight. Is that go for the CC or the fortress? There's 20 units in there. If Wickham notices this, then I don't think he has. It's ploughing into the CC. So something to look at here. Well, Awifa is trying to distract him over here. The CC's under attack. They have noticed now. Those women are going to make light work of the ram long before it takes down the CC. Oh, it's tight, mind. They've half destroyed it. There goes the ram. Again, a ram with 4 or 5 infantry in would be slaughtering those women before, and that would buy the ram the seconds it needs. It's been that kind of tactical naivety that has kept Wickham in the game and stopped Awifa from winning, basically. Briefly there, Wickham had the chance to get Will to fight. I think that would have swung the combat massively in his favour. What are we? 1 hour, 2 minutes. This is probably the longest midweek duel we've ever had. Is that another? That's another elephant house. So an elephant house going up here. Elephants have caused Awifa problems. Is there more rams coming out? There are there, and none there. And more farming operations going up here. That's a curious one. Maybe this is a fallback. Maybe he's preparing for evacuation just in case more rams come through. We seeing elephants now? No, still no elephants there. Got a bit of a lull in the combat. 1 hour, 3 minutes. You get the feeling somebody is probably going to resign just by virtue of the fact they're due to go to work or have dinner or something. The way this is going, I don't know how you're going to separate them. Wickham has the population and infantry advantage. It's definitely swung his way now. What's he producing? He is producing 5 elephants. With 5 elephants and, well, I said it was population advantage. It's more population for Awifa at the moment, but still an infantry advantage for Wickham. He hasn't got the will to fight. He's got a temple going up here. He's utilising the stone and the metal mines here, just further piling on. He's got an elephant in reserve over this side. Awifa, I don't think, knows what to do here. Is he going to try and expand on this side or kind of counter? He's chasing after this one unit here. They're going to run straight into... It's an ungarrisoned... what are they doing? They're cutting wood. They're going to have to travel a long way. I think Alwefa has lost the will to fight again. I think this has gone on far too long. He's thrown everything at it. Oh, we got a siege tower. So anybody who watched the Yekaterina game recently will know that siege tower is pretty much impervious to ranged fire. It's going to have a hell of a job sneaking its way through here. But these are good if you fill them up with troops. They fire a lot of arrows and they can't be shot. What is this down here? It's a mix of hoplites, Security Commandos. They would certainly chip away at it. We have Brasidas, the hero, and skirmishers. So they'll be impervious to the skirmisher fire. And it's a permanent firing post from distance here. And the 5 elephants are coming out now. So I think this could be the end. I think Wickham has now got a population of 130. It's got double the infantry nearly. Yeah, this is the big push that Wickham's been waiting for. I think Alwefa has kind of lost it, basically. He's been ground down. This is reminiscent of a snooker match from the early 80s involving Cliff Thorburn. It's been that kind of game. I think anybody under the age of 30 will not have a clue what I'm talking about there, but there we go. So yeah, I think Alwefa is he's gonna fight this down, but you know, he's gonna be taken out from 2 flanks. In come the elephants. They've taken out the first siege workshop. The tower is firing relentlessly at these troops. Alwefa's population is not dropping, but the elephants are coming round again. They're going to start cutting their way through here. Yeah, Alwefa's population is now dropping. It's down to 39 infantry, under 160 now. Wickham's got this, surely, finally. It's been a long to and fro battle. Oh, there goes the siege tower. The ram's got him, and there's 3 of them going the other way. Yeah, Alwefa has resigned. I think with the elephants bearing in on this side, with the numbers that he has and the resources, it was ultimately... They could probably do this for another 10, 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, Wickham wore him down. Staggering. Now this does put... this puts Alwefa's performance against Warface into an interesting context, right? Let's have a look at the game. So, yeah, Alwefa outscored Wickham, 29,383, plays 27,168. Across economy, across military, and across exploration, on every metric of scoring that 0 AD measures, Alwefa won that game. Except that he didn't. He got beaten in the end. So, I don't think I've ever seen that. But there we go. Long game. Let's have a look at the kill-death ratio. Yeah. 1.24 plays 0.8. So, in the end, it was a very, very good example of defensive play from Wickham to keep Alwefa out. Had Alwefa been a little more astute with his use of the rams, if he'd have just garrisoned a few troops in them, I think he would have, with the population advantage he had at one point. We'll have a look at the population here as it fluctuated. This is going to be fascinating. Look at this. So all through this middle section of the game, it's a period of about 30 minutes. All of that time, Alwefa was ahead in terms of population. So Wickham surged ahead as they were hitting phase 3 and having their first fight. This first load of combat went really, really pear-shaped for Wickham. And then I don't know what happened even here. all of these battles, you would say Wickham came off the worst. It was this one, round about, I suppose that'd be round about 50 minutes, when they fell together and Wickham finally, as Alwefa was running out of resources, Wickham made the push and it was clear he was going to break through. Wickham's defensive structure held out against Alwefa's attacking, and Alwefa's attacking was not sophisticated enough. He eventually found out how to push through the towers, but he could have been doing that from the beginning. But that was a staggering game. That's the longest midweek duel I think we've ever had. This is why I say usually keep those down to sort of 20 to 40 minutes, but this was quite a good game. Now, the significant thing about this match, I'm going to show you, I think we've pretty much covered it all. We looked at the kill-death ratio. We know that Alwefa killed more troops on pretty much every score. Alwefa was a front, but have a look at this. I'm just going to show you some match history here. So I've got two Alwefa games. I've got this one against Wickham, and that one that I broadcast last week against Warzone. They both took place on the same day, and it looks like Alwefa came out of that game with Wickham and went straight into that match with Warface. How he got any stamina for that, I have no idea. This is the timestamp that was on the folder of the games they were given to me. So Alwefa lost that game. Looks like he took a short break. They went straight into that match against Warface that you saw last week and lost that as well. He must have been absolutely knackered after that game. No wonder he perhaps wasn't at his best against Warface. What can you say? Alwefa very good at fighting a defensive hold your ground type battle, but when it comes to expanding and taking down an entrenched enemy, he was found wanting eventually. Other players probably would have crumbled, but not Wickham. Wickham stood his ground, and stood his ground when it looked like possibly all was lost. So for that, I've got to congratulate Wickham, Tom0AD. Now, he is a friend of mine. We do chat a lot on Discord, and he told me about this game and then sent me this game, so make sure you broadcast it. I didn't realise until just before I started doing the commentary that it was Alwefa, because I'm doing all of these commentaries in one big group. And I was like, oh, that's a familiar name. It's the guy that I've just done a commentary for. So, yeah. I think this particular episode has gone on long enough now. Massive thanks to Wickham for submitting that. Congratulations to both players for putting on a bit of a show. I don't envy either of you for that, but well played, Wickham. Good game, and we'll see you if you've got any energy left on the next midweek duel on 0AD Newbie Rush. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to be notified of future episodes. If you'd like one of your matches featured on the show, see the video description of how you can submit your replays. And if you can't wait for the next episode, then why not check out these playlists in the end titles for more replays, commentary, and tutorials on 0AD Newbie Rush. I'll see you in the next video.